Denis Villeneuve's Arrival is not simply about alien communication. Viewed through the hermeneutic philosophy of Hans-Georg Gadamer, the film becomes an exploration of understanding as a transformative event, shaped by history and dialogue. Gadamer's claim that language is the medium of understanding, not just a tool for transmitting information, illuminates how the film dramatizes the construction of dialogue between humans and heptapods as a way through which the world becomes meaningful. Careful, spoilers ahead. At the heart of Gadamer's hermeneutics is the idea that understanding is not a method but a participatory openness. We don't stand outside language and analyze it from a neutral point. We are always already situated within traditions, prejudices, and histories that shape how things appear to us, what Gadamer calls the horizon. In Arrival, the military's initial approach assumes that language is a neutral code that can be broken through technical means. Linguistics as method, not as dialogue. This mirrors the model of understanding that Gadamer criticizes, a belief that the interpreter can put aside their own assumptions and extract objective meaning from an alien text. Louise Banks resists this objectifying stance. Instead, her process of learning the heptapod language resembles Gadamer's model of hermeneutic encounter, in which understanding emerges within the interplay of question and answer, a dialogue. Understanding demands openness to the other. Louise does not impose her existing beliefs, she instead allows the encounter to challenge her assumptions. Her early interactions constitute the beginning of a dialogical relation. In Gadamer's sense, she enters into a conversation where meaning unfolds through mutual engagement rather than unilateral decoding. Her insight that the alleged weapon is actually a gift exemplifies Gadamer's point that understanding requires letting meaning emerge rather than controlling it. On the other hand, global tensions escalate precisely because other nations refuse such openness. They interpret the heptapod's message through entrenched prejudices, fear, suspicion, the assumption of hostile intent. This dialogical dynamic is visible not only between human and alien, but also within Louise's own experience of time. We always interpret from within a horizon shaped not only by our past, but also our present. The film's most striking cinematic choice, its non-linear structure, reflects this temporal dimension of Gadamer's philosophy. At first, the scenes of Louise with her daughter appear to be flashbacks, but they gradually reveal themselves to be anticipations from the future. This revelation forces us viewers to reinterpret everything we have seen, mirroring Louise's own transformation. Gadamer describes understanding as a fusion of horizons, where our existing perspective is reshaped through the encounter with others. As the boundary between past, present, and future collapses, Louise gains a new linguistic and existential horizon, and the audience undergoes this fusion alongside her, experiencing how new understanding can reorganize past and future meaning. Gadamer insists that language is a living medium, meaning emerges through dialogue, which allows us to gain a new understanding and therefore expand our horizons. This is why as Louise becomes fluent, she does not merely learn new vocabulary, she acquires a new way of understanding, one that reshapes her relation to the world, to others, and even to herself. The film's emotional climax, Louise's decision to embrace a future she knows will include pain, embodies Gadamer's belief that understanding is not detached knowledge, but lived commitment. She does not use her understanding of the future to escape suffering. Instead, she accepts it as a part of a meaningful life. Understanding, in Gadamer's sense, always involves risk and transformation. Through its careful pacing, visual restraint, and restructured narrative, Arrival dramatizes the hermeneutic truth that to understand is to be transformed. Language is not just a means of communication, but a way of inhabiting the world. Louise's learning of the heptapod language is not an achievement of decoding, but an existential reorientation. Her horizon expands to such extent that it includes her own future grief and joy. Through Gadamer, the film becomes a meditation on the event of understanding, an encounter that dissolves boundaries, reshapes horizons, and reveals that meaning lives not in isolated signs, but in the shared space of dialogue. Thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to keep track of other videos. Don't hesitate to leave a comment or to contact me if you want to know more. See you next time!